So what did you think about Final Destination 1 Million Bloodlines?
Out of 10, we're gonna give this film
Brett and Lou's movie reviews. Brett and Lou's movie reviews. We are two best friends who like watching films and talking about them afterwards.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're watching Final Destination Bloodlines.
Bloodlines, directed by Zach Lipovsky, whoever that is. Who is it again? What did he direct?
He directed a film called Freaks. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
It's kind of like a little cult classic from recent sort of times.
Okay.
And I watched it because I heard good things about it, but I hated it.
Okay.
If you've seen it, just tell us what you think in the comments, but yeah.
Do you think that's an indicator that this film could possibly suck then?
That's why I'm not excited about it.
Okay.
I've seen the trailer, and the trailer does look cool.
The trailer just looked like, it just looked like a Final Destination film.
Yeah. And I do like a good Final Destination film, but
You don't watch it for the amazing acting and plot.
Yeah. And the first film was great. It was such a cool idea, but the more the films went on, they just felt like it was the same plot being rehashed with just creative death scenes.
That's like any sequel, really, isn't it? You know?
Which brings me on to my next point. So
he's literally reading the stuff off of his hand.
here we go. The first film was budget 23 million. Box office 112 million. Final Destination 2, 26 million budget, 90 million box office.
Yeah.
So quite healthy.
It's going
I can
down,
see why
though.
they kept
It's going
making it. It's
down.
going down, but wait for it. Final Destination 3, they thought, 25 million budget, but it made 118 million.
Wow.
Then they did the Final Destination, which they thought, well, the
I
last one
haven't
did really
seen.
well,
Yeah.
so it's going to be 40 million and it made 187 million
Okay, so
box office, and then they did Final Destination 4,
Stupid, they are so stupid. How
which another 40 million budget, but it made 157 million.
so it's a money maker.
So it's a moneymaker, and there's a lot of legacy sequels coming out lately with Top Gun, Maverick, and other ones I can't think of right now.
like
So
Star
it makes
Wars
sense.
and-
It makes financial sense to do another one, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. I mean, if it's going to make the studio money, then they're going to make the film.
Exactly.
That's how it works. That's
Yeah.
Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, you're right. So, yeah. How are you feeling about it?
I like the other films. It's kind of like not really even a guilty pleasure. It's just, I just enjoy watching them. I don't watch them for the amazing like storyline and acting and plots. I like to watch a good death scene. And
Yeah.
Final Destination films always deliver
Yeah,
that,
they do.
at least.
That's why people watch it.
So I think we're going to go and check this out and we'll come out and give it a review.
Yeah.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Okay, we have just gotten out of the cinema. We just watched the film and I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. Why? Okay, no, really. So what did you think about Final Destination 1 Million Bloodlines?
It surpassed my expectations, guys.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew you. We haven't talked about it, by the way, but I just knew because I feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just did everything that a legacy sequel is supposed to do.
Yeah, and it ticked all of the boxes.
It ticked all of the boxes. It had nostalgia.
Yeah.
It had loads of fan service.
It had the legacy actor from the original film
Tony Todd.
passing the torch in a way.
Yeah, but it was kind of poignant that Tony Todd was in it.
Very.
And there's a really poignant scene in it that kind of made me get a little bit of a lump in my throat because he
I
did
love
pass
Tony
away.
Todd. I do love Tony Todd.
Yeah,
and
from the remake of Night of the Living Dead.
From the remake of Night of the Living Dead, and he was also in Star Trek: The Next Generation. He played a Klingon. He was awesome.
Did he?
Yes. I really like Tony
But yeah,
Todd.
there was a really nice scene in
Candyman.
it. Candyman, of course.
Yeah.
I really like that scene. That gave the film some kind of
Gave it heart.
gave it heart. Yeah, and it kind of makes the film kind of.
Can we slow down?
Sorry. I can't think of what the word is, but yeah, It was a really lovely touch.
It invoked emotions from
Yeah.
you. And it's very difficult nowadays for a film to do. Well, for me, not speaking for you, but for me, it's like quite difficult to get emotional
Yeah.
when I'm watching a film. But
Yeah, no, I'm
kinda
the
did it
same.
for me.
As you get older, it is hard to find things as powerful as you found them when you were younger, because you've seen it before. So
Yeah.
it is hard. And this film made me feel like why movies were made. Like going to the cinema to watch a horror midweek.
a shared experience.
Shared experience. Everyone's sitting around
And
together, and
This was one of those films where you definitely want to see it at a cinema with a large group of people, if possible,
because of the shocks,
because of the
and
shocks and the gore, and just that feeling of being around people watching. Like you're all sort of. I mean, not really on the edge of your seat, because
I was in this.
Some of the scenes were predictable.
Yeah.
But then they weren't at the same time.
Yeah. The film, like the first opening set piece was like 15 minutes long.
But it was fantastic.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was inspired. It is probably one of the best 15 minutes of film I've seen in the last few years.
It definitely made me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yes, yeah. I felt like my bar hole was twanging.
Ooh.
Sorry, for our American subscribers, that or our non-English
For our
subscribers.
American subscribers, his a-hole was real wild. For sure. But
Was that Irish?
top of the morning to you. His butthole was tingling a little bit. Any more? Come on. Scottish? No, okay.
No. I mean, I was thinking about it, but I thought, yeah.
So anyway, that beginning opening scene was really great, and
it reminded us of when we went into that massive skyscraper in Shanghai.
yeah, it was like,
And it had a glass floor.
yeah, that's scary, man.
Like-
I've been
like-
to a few of those.
Yeah, and it just it really moves it, and it really makes
Yeah.
you feel something. The camera angles I've never really seen before, the way they did it.
Yeah, the
And it so
cinematography.
worked.
Wow, right, Brett?
Yeah, cinematography.
Whoa, we got a cinematography expert.
But
So
yeah. And then there was points where it was predictable, and then
Yeah,
there were
of course.
points where
I mean,
it wasn't.
well,
There was
yeah.
like a plot, like a few cool plot twists in it.
Yeah, and some of the death scenes, there's one scene where one of the guys is supposed to die, but then he survives, and then he's like, yeah, well, anyway, blah, blah, and then you expect a truck to come and plow him down.
Yeah.
And it goes past him.
You even predicted
that's
the
what I
whole
mean.
bust.
That-
You went, here we go.
Yeah, that's
and it
what
didn't
I mean.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, here we go again. Another bus death scene.
Yeah, exactly. And it knew that it was really well thought
playing
out.
on our expectations.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of subverting those expectations. So,
Yeah, it was clever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it had the typical good set pieces, and I mean, there was points in it where I actually laughed out loud, and that's quite hard for me to laugh out loud.
Is it?
I know, I very rarely laugh out loud when I'm watching
yeah.
film these
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
But there were points where I actually really giggled. It's probably one of the most creative and funny death scenes I've ever seen.
Oh,
was
that
in
one.
this movie.
Yeah, let's not spoil
But
it.
don't spoil it. Oh, we
Yeah.
won't spoil it. Just watch it.
That is funny.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah.
Because we just loved that scene.
Yeah. So
Is there anything
overall,
else you can think of?
yeah, I think it had a good soundtrack as well.
Yeah, it did.
To add to the tension of the scenes.
Yeah.
And it's usually the music that gets me in a film.
Yeah.
Like, especially in like a horror film. The
Yeah.
sort of tension of the music, how it builds up. So
I mean,
think
film
that was
music
good.
is so important for film.
I don't know who the composer was, but they did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
And yeah, I would definitely recommend going to watch this at the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about watching it at home.
Yeah. I liked how the cast as well weren't just teenagers.
Yeah,
They had like
adults in it
older
as well.
people in it, like even
Yeah.
older than us.
Oh wow,
I know.
that's difficult.
But I just feel like it.
Hold on,
It
pull my
knew
finger.
that.
Cool. All right. Well, I mean, the original movie's from 2000,
Yeah.
25 years ago. So
Yeah.
that film was targeted at our age group.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
and it had and it was good for the younger generation as well.
Yeah, it brought it forward to the next generation.
Yeah.
Bloodlines.
So all in all, I really enjoyed this film.
Yeah, I would recommend it, and I would say like get to the cinema and watch it because it's definitely a popcorn cinema experience.
Yeah.
With your friends, shared experience with an audience, and you're going to get some shocking horror like death scenes, and you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you're not watching it for the amazing plot line and story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, what would you give this movie then?
Shall we
Look at that, by the way. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Look at that.
That's how people speak where we're from. So,
hold on. There you go.
Oh, Livy, thank you. That's so sweet.
Anyway.
We've had a few people say that we're gay.
And that's funny.
I don't know why they think that.
I know.
It's weird.
So, what's your score? Because I know you love giving scores, and you're the score man, so the score meister. So,
Should we say it at the same time again?
No.
Okay.
Let's not.
Okay.
No, okay, if you want to. I don't know, should we?
I don't know. Adds tension for the viewers. Okay, here we go. A bit of fun for the viewers.
Okay, so what are we going to do after 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or what?
3, 2, 1, then go, and then we say it. Hold on, let's think about what the score's going to be first.
I know what it is.
Out of 10, we're going to give this film 3, 2, 1, go. 7.5
7.
out of 10.
I give it 7.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, it's you know, because obviously it's not the best film ever, and you give the best film ever like 9 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. But
So-
for what it is, it was as good as it can be. It's probably my favourite Final Destination movie.
Cheap scares, cheap fun, but overall a good film, worth watching, and yeah, check it out.
Cool.
Woo.
Let us know what you think of it in the comments.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that amazing stuff, and we'll hopefully see you in the next review.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
See you later.
That was a good review.
Brett and Lou's movie reviews. Brett and Lou's movie reviews. We are two best friends who like watching films and talking about them.